Welcome to this desensor proof of concept to do with decentralized farming based on scientific validation. So the story is we're going to have a farmer. Here's their resolution wallet, have it on their mobile phone or on their tractor cab. Each account has got a wallet on the blockchain. Here we have numerous farms participating. And those new to the blockchain will notice that the unique thing about this technology is that all the farmers in the network have the same information at the same time, more or less. So this is a new property, so I'll explore how this can be used to collect data from a tractor, doing soil samples for nitrogen, planting a crop of legumes, and then seeing some analysis based on restoring the nitrogen. So the farmer logs into their account, connects to their blockchain account. We also need some farm researcher, so they have to sign in too, and then they need to connect. So the whole story starts with collecting the soil samples. So here this farmer's got a tractor kitted up to do soil samples, so we click on that. Nitrogen sniff sensor, its firmware number, the data model is for nitrogen. And you'll notice these blockchain accounts all flashed up at the same time. To confirm those into the blockchain, there's a process called mining happens. So this is securing the tractor onto the blockchain and then creating a storage permission contract so that the farmer's got complete control over their data. And so we see that sensor registered, and now so the farmer goes about their work, collecting data, storing it to a decentralized network. And as all the other farms do the same, then we have the possibility to do some agricultural data science. Data science is done through a smart contract called a DMAP, a decentralized mapping application, but think of that as the science. And we're going to do legumes, nitrogen replace. We know that we're looking for nitrogen from the data model. Now all science in the network has to be in a computational form, so the researchers got their code on GitHub. And just to make sure if we ever wanted to reproduce it, we have a hash of the code, which guarantees us to get the exact software that was used in this computation. And we're going to do some charts. And this researchers actually created a decentralized application to give a richer analysis. So the science is committed to the network. You can see all these blockchain accounts and all the farms. And then we have to accept it into the network through a process called mining again. Quite quickly. All the accounts have a copy of the science. The experiment at each farm downloads the data, runs the computations on the data, and then we have the ability to analyze. But for all the farms to participate in this particular research, it's by invite only. So here we can explicitly invite each farmer to participate in the study. So we see the messages hitting the network, and if we go back to the farmer, here we have the ask, and we grant the permission. So this would go on for each farm, and then the researcher and the farmers can tap into the study at any time through the decentralized application. So here we have a simulation of the analysis at the start of the season and after, and on the right we have whether the nitrogen levels gone up or down after planting the legumes. So it does look like encouraging. But again, how do we guarantee that the farmer actually grew legumes? Well, as part of the evidence that's been recorded on the blockchain, they have tagged some satellite imagery which can allow us to do an analytics to make sure it's the plant, and even to make doubly sure back in the farm, the farmer can upload samples of genomics. And then add that to the network. So we can quite quickly build up a very detailed, immutable record of all the data that the science has been validated against. And that concludes the demo.